Hello everyone and welcome back to All the Mods 10. We are back. In between last episode and this episode, I made this area one block higher, the roof. So our skulk's a little bit higher, and I think that's done wonders. I also just sort of cleaned it up a little bit. There was a bit of like wall or stone and stuff in there. So I tidied that up. I think it looks a little bit better. And so what are we doing this episode? Well, I heard people in my Discord talking about like simulators and stuff and training things, and I was like, I don't really know what they're talking about, but it's part of the game. I think it might be this stuff. Look at this. We have simulated hydroponic bed, and we have hydroponic simulation processor. Simulating, and then it has nothing. It says how many times it's happened. It says the efficiency, the next efficiency bonus. You use it in the hydroponic bed to gather crop data, and then you use it in the simulated hydroponic bed to get the drops. Cool. So we do actually need the hydroponic bed, so we need this guy. And then magic happens. Okay, cool. Now, this stuff, in case you're not sure how it works, it gets your stuff. Oh, apparently you can get your mud. But it works as dirt, right? But faster, essentially. And so you can grow crops on it. That's my understanding at least. And I'm guessing we can pretty much make it. Now, we don't have fertilizer. Hold on. How do we get this? Sewage composter. Ugh. That's probably going to need actual animals. Actual mobs. Which, I don't know if we have any vanilla mobs. We might have chickens. I don't know if chickens are going to make what we want. But, I mean, I suppose we can try. So let's head up here. We do have a cow. That's pretty much the same thing. Now, how does this guy actually work? I don't actually know where to place him, what he does. Sewage, fertilizer, sewage composter. Okay, so then there'll be another thing that actually collects the sewage, right? A sewer. Who would have thought? I'd imagine that's what we're after. So we'll see if we can order some of that stuff. Iron gear, cool, and sewer. Here we go. Now, this guy feels like he's meant to go in the ground, so we'll give it a shot. We'll place him in the ground. There he is. We can click show working area. So if he stands there, oh, I think he would have had to have been in there while that pulsed. Okay, cool. Let's search add-on. Let's search maybe range add-on. Okay. We'll get a decently high add-on. How do we not have any? That seems crazy to me. We'll quickly go and add that into the recipes or whatever. You know what? I feel like we totally would have. Because, like, a tier 5's pretty good. I think it's quite good. It's not, like, overkill or anything. Do we have latex? I have no idea what our machines look like these days. This is the guy that makes it. He has nothing in him, so I'd assume that this will do the trick. So we go in here, we go here, we say one of you, please, and it should just do it. Yeah, cool. Well, that works. Awesome. So we'll hook that up. We'll have to give it power and stuff, which will probably have to happen underneath. I don't know if we have to give it power, but we'll find out pretty soon. As you can see, decent range out of that. It did pulse. Nothing appeared to happen, so... Oh, no. There we go. Huh. Did it sewer me? And it got fluid essence. Huh. What? Okay. I don't really know why that would have happened. Strange. Yeah, essence and sewage. Cool. Anyhow, let's grab an ender gates, but we don't need a crazy one. Just one of these should do the trick. Do these look different? Did they change their textures? Hold on. At power. Oh, they totally did. Oh, cool. The crystals. I like them. I really like the crystals. That stands out as something that I really like. Yeah, everything else is really dark though. Oh, the magma doors, they look awesome. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I like that. I might actually have to make a reactor just to see what it looks like all built together. Oh, it's cool. Anyhow, we have this guy. Chuck him there. He's now powered. And we're getting sewage. Cool. So if we search tier, we can grab out all of this stuff that we've got and chuck in one of each, like so. And as you can see, sewage galore. All right, so what are we going to do with this stuff? Wonderful question. We obviously need it in the system, or at least into this sewage composter and then into the system, I guess. So I could probably... I mean, this all... Yeah, you know what? I think I can just chuck this here. He's got nothing yet, but I think if I do sewage and I say push to the left, he'll get sewage. Cool. We can place another ender gate to power this guy. Yeah, I probably should chuck some upgrades in. Oh, into this guy. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Awesome. So that's working fine. And then we just need that to go into the system. So I think we just get a dim chest. And that should do the trick. So that guy can go there. Set him to be me. And then tell this guy to push to the back, I think. Perfecto. Look at that. Wonderful. Sorry if you can hear something in the background. It is my phone going haywire at the moment. Okay, cool. So we have fertilizer. Perfect. So that is enough for a hydroponic bed. Well, I guess I need that stuff as well. What does this need? Pretty much the same stuff. What does this need? All pretty much stuff we have. So I can add all this as recipes, and then that's sort of just problem solved, right? So first of all, we'll chuck this in. Cool. We don't have patterns. Interesting. So we grab that. Awesome. Everyone's happy. Do we have plastic automated? I guess. Yeah, we must be getting it from bees. So then we go hoe, we go simulated hydroponic bed, and then we go this guy. Cool. And we just hope that that's all fine and dandy. Two of them can go here. Pow pow. And then they can go there. Is that a missing? No, it's glass pane. Okay, so hydroponic bed. We want one. One hydroponic bed, please. There it is. I suppose we should get at least one of each of these made because I need to put one of these into the hydroponic bed. As for where we're going to do that. So down here is sort of like individual setups and stuff. We could definitely set up farms down here too. Would we prefer to have it somewhere else, maybe? I mean, we had this sort of setup happening a little bit. I could, like, branch out and have something, you know what I mean? Or I could just have it be floating. I wouldn't mind doing something over in the water. Also, as you can see, we need to solve this real quick. Click this button, make the water look fancy again. I love me some fancy water. I'm not the biggest fan of the, like, vanilla-looking water that's just shiny. You know what I mean? That's assuming apparently my computer doesn't die with me changing this one setting. There we go. Beautiful. Like, look at the pirate ship. Beautiful. But, like, we could do that. I don't really know if we have a reliable way to make it not flood and stuff, but we could totally do it. I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do. We'll cover this up so that it doesn't actually flood out in there, and we'll give it a shot. So I will break open this. Let's grab glass. What do we have? We've got quartz glass, connecting glass. I mean, we'll probably just do connecting glass, I imagine. Sure. We'll grab some of that. So we'll come in here. We'll do like that. Switch this guy out for building. And just sort of, you know, classic little, little tunnel here. So I think we do that. I think the roof can probably be, the glass that we can go through, you know what I mean? Just so that I can just jump in and out of it. And I think we cover this roof up as well with something similar. So, for example, I'm also a little bit sick, so I do apologize if I sound a little bit weird as I talk. I'd love to just fall into here. I'm trying to think of what the best play is there. This also looks a bit goofy. Do I just need to do that? And then break all this? I think so, to be honest. Small tunnel. Boom. Boom. Cool. We'll just tidy that up. It's not a problem. Not a problem. That can go there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. Everyone relax, guys. Oh my god. I hate swim mode so much. I hate when I'm doing stuff and then my whole field of view changes because now I'm apparently swimming. Man, it destroys me. Alright. Okay. Cool. How are we still not breathable? Underwaterable? Can we do that? That should be easy, right? Let's search water, breathing, advanced AE, just dire things, water breathing upgrade. This and this. And then I just need an anvil, perhaps, perchance. Smithing table, anvil, smithing table, anvil. No. Well, yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. We can now breathe underwater. As seen. Huh. It's not activated. Is that... Huh. It is enabled. My helmet's enabled. Maybe it reaches 0 and then I don't drown anyway. I don't know. That's okay. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Boom. And then what I was thinking is just some of this stuff. What? Was that just my breathing thing made that sound? That was a bit creepy. Cool. Okay, so then we have the farm room here is the plan. So I don't know why that placed it under the controls sometimes. Really? Oh, that's the thing refilling, perhaps? Let's search. What would you even call this? Flamethrower idle? Is it using a flamethrower sound? Entity player breath. Let's not do that. I mean, we'll breathe, but like, let's not do the sounds, eh? Alright, cool. So we have this. And then, oh yeah, we got sharks and stuff. Are they still... Yeah, I think they can get angry at me. Why, like, why is it placing it underneath, man? Why? Like, I have to look at the top half of a block. Is it because I'm too far away from the block? Okay, cool. Sure. That at least makes sense. You... Really? Oh my god. Yep. Everything's fine. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can solve these problems, because I cannot cope with these. Okay. Reach. What can we get for reach? Not breach. Reach. Quantum legs. Uses reach by 5 if we put this onto something. Quantum legs. Cool. That honestly, we might do that just because that sounds like what we want. Otherwise, you can get block interaction range, as you can see on these gems. That could be worth looking into. Reach. So in here, we have a 1.5 from this guy. So if I slot this onto an armor that has a slot, that would work. Or I make, or I make this. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's try a few things. So if I make a, oh, I don't have gem dust because I need to crush it. How do I, apotheosis. Okay. What do we have? Salvaging? Nope. Blah, blah, nope. Reforge items. Okay. I don't think I want that either. Is there a way to turn a normal... I mean, I guess I just grab any other legs that happen to be fancy with a socket. See, like, this thing has an empty socket. So I can use this. But the only problem is that they're iron legs. My netherite don't have it. Thunderforged. They don't have it. They don't. Cool. Okay, sure. And so then I do this in... I think this said an anvil. I could be wrong. Boom and boom. Nope. Let's try boom and boom. What am I missing in? Oh. Huh? Fits in bows, mining tools, melee equipment. Okay, so I could equip it to this, but that's not how that works. Because it's not a special mining equipment. Gotcha. Okay. And if I press use, none of these are from that mod. Okay. Cool. Hold on. If we search reach again, are these all for tools? Yeah, these are all for tools. Okay. And these can be gem cut, they can be salvaged, or they can be socketed with a smithing table. Item on the left, gem on the right. But the thing has to have a socket, so I'd have to go like pickaxe and hope that I had one that had a socket. Or there's a quest book, a quest thing that helps me. Surely. Relics. Okay. No, this is not the right mod. I mean, there's apothic spawners, but I don't necessarily want the spawners. I want the rest of the stuff. Is there a search bar in this? I think there is, right? Magic? No. Where's the search bar? Is there not actually a search bar? Why do I feel crazy? Why do I feel like there was a search bar? Base armor. Okay. I'm just seeing if either of these have... No, this doesn't really have anything. Basic tools. Okay. Cool. Because I thought artifacts were relics. Relics are different? Artifacts and relics are different things. Okay. You learn something new every day, I guess. Then we've got silent gear. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. What's this stuff? See, this can be put on legs, and this increases the entity interaction range. Which I guess is different. Okay. Thread of reach. Increases entity and block interaction, reduces blah, blah, blah. Okay. Cool. How difficult is this quantum stuff to make? We need a quantum processor, which needs a quantum circuit, which needs a quantum alloy, which needs singularities and shattered singularities, which needs singularities, and lava. Look, it's doable. It's just, it's not today's focus. I'll just stay Alright, well, I've got a bit of a platform. You know, decently sized. We can make it bigger later, I guess. Do we want the walls to just be stone bricks? That's a little bit boring. I could do glass, but then, like, expanding it, I feel like, becomes trickier. Maybe, slightly. I mean, I could do this, then have glass up to the corner. I also have no idea, like, what the, like what room we actually need here. You know what I mean? So, like, I sort of want to plan for expanding it, even though I don't really know if that's going to happen at this point. And that there. Cool. So let's select this. Let's do build to me. And see what we can get happening. I don't know if these guys are angry at me. It's hard to tell. Okay. I just want to get this safe so that we don't have to worry about all these sea creatures picking fights with me. I also don't think we have that much glass of the connecting variant. So let's click this. Let's get 1,000 of it. Connecting glass. Cool. Nope, that didn't. It's not making it as fast as I thought it would. Okay. Sure. Cool. That's a visual. We got a bit at least. Cool. So now I should be able to stand here. Right click that stuff. I also have to clear all the water in this room. I don't really know if I've got a strat for that. I'll probably just fill this with dirt, I guess. I don't think that's like the worst idea I've ever had. Let's do all that. Yep, we went into swim mode, which actually lets me move slower than if I was just flying. Love that, love that. Okay, and then do we care about a roof? Because I could just make the whole roof ethereal glass. I think maybe we do. I think we give it a shot. We see how it makes us feel. and we leave it at that. Because, you know, you want some daylight to your crops, even if they are in hydroponic beds. Maybe. I mean, you don't need to, but you want to. Let's get some more of that. There we go. Do a little bit of that. Little bit of that. And then that. Cool. So this is enclosed. We can still fly through the roof, which is great. Now we just need to get rid of all of this water. Okay. Water. Nope. We need like, drain. So these are for the dynamics. Dynamics. Drain. Item IO can fill drain side with a wrench. And they're all foundry drains. Life drain. Okay. Pump. Ranged pumps has a pump. Zycraft automatically pumps water into a connected tank. Cool. The problem is all this water is infinite, right? Just inherently. So it's kind of annoying to do. I think I've got to do something else. I think I know what we can do. We might be able to do exchanging gadget and ray trace fluids, right? So, can I almost like... No, okay. Can I... We have dirt. Let's select dirt. And then is there a way that I can replace dirt? It doesn't really look like it, does it? Ray trace fluids. That lets you, like, select fluids, but I want to do the opposite. I'd like to remove the fluids. If I do horizontal wall with a big range, doesn't look like it's going to. Let's press it and see what happens. No, it doesn't. Didn't really care, did it? Okay. That doesn't particularly help us in this situation. I think I just have to fill it up with dirt. I think that's the easiest strat, and then we just ulti-mine the dirt away. Alright, sure, okay. Let's stand out here. Make that happen, I guess. Alright, that should have taken care of it. So if we now go into shapeless mode, this should be a perfectly dry little fish tank that we'll put ourselves in. Perfect. Now we can't see much of the sky, sadly. We also apparently just have a full inventory. We have full everything. That's fine. Shark teeth, sure. Do we have a magnet? Yeah, cool. Okay. So, hydroponic bed. If I were to place one here, what does that mean for us? Well, it needs power. It has 2 fluid options. It has the progress, and then it has the outputs, and I assume this is the input. So, for example, what do we have in seed form that we might want more of? Fluffy? Rice, wasabi, soy, cucumber, wheat. I mean, I'll be honest. I think wheat seeds is a pretty safe bet. There's a lot you can do with, whatchamacallit, wheat and seeds. So it's quite good. You know what I mean? I think it's a pretty versatile crop. So we'll test it out. Now, to place this, I shift right click on top, and there we go. Now, this needs a number of things. One is it needs water. So we will attempt, okay. We'll grab a bucket of water, and then we'll grab clay. We don't, okay. What are we looking at with clay? Is this a fast thing that we can do? Relatively. That's not too bad. Alright, smelt, cool. I put that away, I didn't really want to bring that back. But I should be able to make a sink. Give that a shot. Perfecto. Okay, so sink goes here. We tell this guy, hey, the water you're going to pull from behind. And so water should show up. Right? Water. Oh, and this is ether that it wants. Pull. Didn't I place it this way? I mean, I suppose we can pull from all... Oh, there we go. It looks like it pulled from the left. Sure. So does that mean I placed it this way? Sure. let's say that's the case. Okay, so it's got water. We need power, so we'll quickly grab it a gate. Here we go. Now it's powered. Awesome. So once this is done, it should be faster, I think. Oh, and it used a bit of water as well. Okay. So I think it's already working. Let's search tier. Grab our upgrades. Boom, boom, and boom. And there we go. Okay. Now, did it harvest? It did not. Why does it not harvest? Does it just grow? I clearly know what I'm doing. Let's have a look. Industrial 4 going. Cool. Is there a spot for this? There's a sewer there. Because it's an add-on, so I'm not sure if it'll actually show up here. Hydroponic bed. It exists. that's all it gives us. Okay. Was there a guide as part of the mod? I thought there used to be. Guide? different mod. Okay. Sure. Cool. It grows. It grows them pretty fast, so we need something else to harvest it. That's fine. We could probably do a pylon. I imagine pylons are pretty good. Little harvester pylon here. And I think you want to place it like next to the thing. And then it will need one of these. Ideally, would give it like an older Modium one, so it's unbreakable, but it's okay. We'll chuck that in. Did that work? Place inventory above. Okay. So we grab a chest. Yep, let's... Okay, yep, sure. We can't afford anything. Let's just use one of our diamond chests. Sure. Pow. And there we go, cool. So it harvests, places it in there. Cool. Awesome. Like that. Alright, this guy, he goes in that slot. Currently, he is simulating nothing. Interesting. He doesn't even care. Okay. What about... How do I tell it what to do? Simulating nothing. Well, what can you do? Maybe it needs ether. I'll tell you what. I'll look it up. I've got a dog barking as well. I'll have to go make sure that she's okay. I'll be back. I'll figure that out. Alrighty. So it sounds like I might still need the thingy thing. What's the thingy thing I hear you say? The ether. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how we can go about getting that. Now, I don't have it automated currently, apparently. To do that, we will need laser drills. Specifically, no, laser drills are fine, but for the base, I think we need a fluid one. So a fluid laser base. Oh, what's this? Soul laser base. Can be used in A2 interface to request souls. Okay. Souls can be accessed using the A2 storage bus on the top side. Okay. Soul laser base. So that's for souls. Okay, I think I know how that works. Let's bookmark both of those. I believe that is for the soul, I don't know if it's soul forge. There's a soul thingamajiggy that uses it. So soul laser, and then soul pipe, and soul surge. I think that's what we want, the soul surge. Oh! Not the soul trapdoor, the soul surge. Yeah, this thing. I believe that speeds up stuff. Like, speeds up the growth and whatnot. So, we do want both of those, but currently, mainly just this thing. The fluid laser base. And then the laser drills as well. So, we'll craft this guy. For the laser drills, we'll go 4. Yeah, we'll go 4 for now. We'll check later. Now, the kicker is we need a wither. And that's what we drill, unless they've changed it. Now, typically what you would do is there is a stasis chamber that you can make. This will not only keep the wither from doing withery things, but it will also heal the wither because the drill will actually deal damage to it. So, sort of a 2 birds, 1 stone thing. And then we need a wither. So, we will grab this and soul sand. Now, yeah, obviously this is inherently a dangerous thing to set up because we are dealing with withers. So, there is definitely benefit to setting up something. You know what I mean? Like, a little chamber to hold it. Like, we got this guy there. But, like, setting up something to hold it. Now, over here, we've got our wither killer. Somewhere in this direction. This guy here. He's currently not working, but he can when he wants to. But that stuff will probably do the trick. So this is probably just what? Tinted glass from mob grinding utils. That will withstand the wither blast. So we can keep it in there just in case the stasis doesn't work, as a little bit of a safety net to hopefully prevent us from boom, boom, boom. So we'll make this stuff just made out of coal and glass. Pretty simple stuff. We probably do want it attached to our system, so I want it relatively close, I guess. Like, this isn't a horrible spot to put it. Now, the wither needs roughly a 3x3. I'm going to give it a little bit more, just so that we have room to work with. And then we will actually come out again one further to go up like this. And I'm thinking we leave the corners for... Oh, wow! For stone bricks! Yeah, I don't know. We'll do something like that. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Let's just get, like, most of this set up so that we know what we're dealing with, I guess. At least roughly. Alright. So that's roughly the design. This will sort of go up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably need it higher than that, to be honest. What do we have it actually? So currently it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be plenty, right? So we just got by 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Let's grab this. Let's also just craft a stack of that stuff. Pow, 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 pow. Perfect. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. We'll leave the top open for now because that's where we're going to place the drill and whatnot. And we obviously still need to go in there to set up everything else. The stasis chamber and whatnot. We don't have any more of it. That's okay. But at least the gist of the situation is set up. Cool. So, how do we do this? Well, stasis chamber realistically goes here. We click show working area. That is where the stasis will take place. This guy will need a gate. Now, if this runs out of power, you can see problem would arise. That's just how this works, sadly. You know, I'd love to be able to swim right now. You know that swimming I hate? I'd love to be able to. All right, cool. Then we place that there. That won't go there. Cool. It really won't go there? Seems crazy to me. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Did that work? Did I time that perfectly? Potentially. Yeah, cool. It's powered. So as you can see, it makes my movement horrible and hurts me, but it should be doing the trick. Inside of this, I will chuck in tier upgrades if it lets me. Because we want this thing to, you know, keep stuff locked in there. Now, if I get trapped in there, that could be a problem. Let's go ahead and not do that. Let's hope it's also not draining all of our power, fingers crossed. We can remove the working area, and let's set up the wither, shall we? So the wither will go there, like so. Cool. A little bit scared, but that should be all right. Let's now just come in a little bit closer. Now, I don't know if we need to get right above the thing, as in like very close vertically to it, or whether it's fine to do it like here, for example. Fluid laser base. We then grab our laser drill. I'm going to place one there. Well, okay. Come on. I was going to say I would like it to at least look how it used to look back in the day. Back in the day, you could only place 4, and they would look exactly like this. Or at least that's how I always used it. I don't know if that was a restriction, but either way, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Let's go gates. Let's, get, well, we don't want 100, but let's get like 10. Get that cooking. Awesome. Is there anything else we actually need? The tier upgrades for these guys. Maybe. So we'll place all this. I mean, as you can see, the wither hasn't blown us up yet, which is great. So this guy is processing. Let's just make sure that we even get what we want before I fully put in all the upgrades in case we have to move it all. Come on. Nothing. Nothing happened. Okay. Let's search ether. I probably should have done this first, you know. And it's this stuff. Ether gas. Oh, there's a bee for it. That's probably easier, isn't it? How do you get this guy? Ether bee. That's a pink slimy with an ether gas. Okay, so we'd need the gas regardless. Cool. So we get the gas, turn pink slime bee into this bee. This bee will then use an amber encased wither. Yeah, so I don't know if that's viable, but, you know, it's on the table. Alternatively, we need a purple laser lens, and then we can do it. Cool. We can probably make that happen. Yeah, sure. So you keep doing your thing. That's all right. Let's go ahead and make ourselves our laser. Our laser lens. So that should happen here, I imagine. Laser lens. Do we have any lens automated? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and get 4 stained glass and a die. Oh, sorry, 4 just glass pane, sorry. 4, and then a die. So we ideally want purple. Apparently we have a flower. That works for me. Chuck that in, chuck that in. Wow, it didn't work. Okay, what do I need? Lens. Purple lens. Does it need... It needs some latex. Okay, I see. Alright. That's okay. We'll just add it as a recipe. It's honestly just faster than trying to get like not you. You. Yeah, perfect. Cool. So we'll put that away. I mean, we can put that away as well, I guess. La 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 la. Done. Finished. All right, cool. So then, where do we put it? This guy over here. He gets the laser lens, and that should now work. So we'll watch. It finishes, and we didn't get anything. Now, the depth is at 70. If we look this guy up, laser drill fluids. Yeah, I mean, it falls within the map. So I think it should work. Now, it's not directly above the guy. I think that's likely what the problem is. Unfortunately. Okay. Can we pick stuff up in this? No. Alright, let's move it down. Boom. Cool. Okay, so we can still have the roof be that high. But we, I guess, want it to come out on this level. I don't want to get stuck into the thing. So if I do fluid laser base, is that what they're sort of asking of me? And then the question is, can I place it here? Target? Yeah, cool. Okay. That might look a little nicer. Having that here. Because look, it's about efficiency, but it's also about having a nice base to look back at and to show off in a thumbnail. Place all that there. Cool. Cover up. I mean, arguably we can cover up the whole thing, but there we go. So this guy with a purple lens would be working, but oh, does he need power as well? No. Cool. Let's go tier and grab out all of this stuff. Let's go ahead and chuck them in here. He gets efficiency. Cool. These ones here are going to get power, and then they're going to get whatever they'll take, which is that. And then same thing here. All that and that. I haven't even checked to see if it's working. Let's have a quick peek. Yep, ether gas on the menu. Wonderful. Chuck that stuff in and chuck that in. Beautiful. So now as a result, we are getting ether gas. Cool. Let's go ahead and consult over here. Are we still... How are we looking on power? This guy is empty. This guy looks like he's maintaining. This guy's full. This guy is draining. Which kind of leads me to think that perhaps... perhaps we need another generator. Culinary generator 64 times. We need eggs. We really don't have eggs. Didn't I set up egg farm? Or did we destroy egg farm? Where was egg farm? Egg farm was like over... Oh, you. Well, I mean... I see eggs. Oh, they're instantly going back in the system. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Alright, bear with me. Let's clean this up ever so slightly. Boom. 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 Cool. Okay. Eggs. Eggs, I tell ya. Cool. Chuck them in there. Okay. Now can I? Yes. Sweet. So we'll solve that power problem. That should be good. So I'll place that there, and then that should just work flawlessly. How long do we think that's going to take? It's pretty good at what it does. You can see the little bar here for the progress. That's cool. They should make that bigger. That should when you have it selected, it should show it somewhere on here. I guess that time's pretty accurate. That's pretty much the same thing, right? Alright, anyhow. Chuck that there. There we go. Generating power. This guy should be happy at least. Yeah. I think that solved it. Awesome. Now, what do we do with this stuff? That's a wonderful question. I think that we set up a ender tank and we just bring it over here and hook it up or something. So let's go tank. I do think we do ender tank. I'll be honest, I think we do that. I think we lock it. But I think this is pretty much fine as it is being a being the white color. So we'll do that. Do I? God, I updated the mod pack. I don't have minus fervor anymore. That explains. Oh, that's why that was such a. It's okay. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. That just gobbled my thing. Tank, please. Okay, sure. This should be fine. Let's grab. Do we have another fluid drawer? Fluid drawer. Well, I don't need a fluid drawer. I can just do storage bus connected to ender tank. So we'll do that. We will search for ether gas. Drag that in as filter. Cool. Awesome. You love to see it. Let's set the priority as 100. So it prioritizes that. Awesome. We love that. And then we'll just set this guy up to absorb it all. So we'll chuck him there. Open up this. Output. Push up. That will go in there. And that should be perfect. We now have ether gas in the system. Allegedly. We go here. We search ether. There it is. Ether gas. How cool. Okay, so another benefit of that is in order to gain the ether over here, we can just simply get another one of these set up. So, for example, if I place this here, chuck a diamond on it, and then spin it, it will output ether automatically into here. And so now it's actually working. So as you can see, now it's actually getting the resources in the system. This guy is leveling up. You can see the potential drops increasing for the simulation as it processes. Very cool. So let's grab another dim chest. Let's figure this out. So we don't have too many sides left, eh? All right, let's chuck this here. Chuck it to me, and then I don't even know what side this is. The right? Push the right? Yeah. I think that's pushing it out. Cool. Okay. What do we need to do here? Let's go universal cable or universal pipe. Let's grab a pipe upgrade. Ideally a netherite one, if we can make it happen, because this is going to be doing power and everything. I mean, that can stay there, I guess, but we'll remove that. We'll remove that. We will go pipe and do this. Let's go sink. Now, we can't just directly place on an ender gate, so we have to do an ender cell. So we'll grab out this blazing cell. There we go. And then pipe upgrade. So this guy can get that upgrade. And is that just good enough? Is that fine? Looks like it's fine. Doesn't seem to have a problem. Awesome. There we go. Okay. We still have, this guy's full? No, this guy's empty. Why is this guy empty? Is that a problem? Maybe he's just visually empty? Is he empty? He's empty. Huh? Yeah, we don't... Okay. I guess it needs a lot more than what we're making. That is fine. Like, we can just place more laser drills and hook it up, which I guess we will do. Because ideally, we want this to be going as fast as it can be, I reckon. 100's a bit overkill. Let's do like 30 for now. And then there's the soul stuff. This stuff here, the soul laser base. I'm guessing this is on top of a warden based on the skulk stuff. To get souls? Soul laser. Soul laser. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I'll look it up because I don't know. Oh, sorry about that. I'll look it up. Yep, so I looked it up, and we do need a warden if we want to pull this off. Now, warden charms would allow us to do that. Otherwise, like, I've got to just yoink a warden and slap him in here somewhere and, like, keep him locked up. We can do that. If I grab a imprisonment tool, this should be able to pick up a warden, I'd imagine. I'll grab a few of them. Just a few. We'll keep some locked away. Yeah. Okay, so then if we also search skulk, do we have anything else? Doesn't like spell skulk. We currently have the catalyst. That's it. We don't have a shrieker, which we need for this thing. But we do have a catalyst. Awesome. Okay. Sure. I reckon we give it a shot. I reckon we try to do it. Oh. How does this guy work? Not a clue, to be honest. I don't remember. How do we think this guy works? You know what? I don't remember. Is he already set up, maybe? Maybe he's already set up. He's already set up. Perfect. this is where we want to be. Is this all we did? Wow. Okay. Cool. And that's providing power. I forgot about this guy. Energy transmitter. Wow. Good on you. Alright, we need a warden. We need to gobble him up. So to do that, I believe you need to trigger like 3 skulk shriekers. So these guys, they need to be angry. I actually don't have any sound right now. I don't know if you guys have sound either, but... Oh, did that do one? I don't have any sound. Okay. You know what? It's wait, let me land. You guys don't have sound either right now. Okay. How big of a problem is that? I think I can fix that. Okay. I think you guys have sound now. I definitely do. By the way, not a clue on where I'm meant to find this guy. If he did indeed spawn, which I don't think he did. Let's also loot some of this stuff, or at least have a peek. Templates, we definitely want. Yeah, we'll take that thing. Capturing 3, that's pretty good. Don't think we care about that stuff. I'll take the belt. Iron legs, meh. Iron legs, iron legs, I say. We can learn this thing, whatever it is. Sure. Knowledge fragment, that sounds good. Oh, I'm hearing stuff. We're triggering something. Ruined book, we'll take that. Okay. Skulk sensor, we'll take it. Catalyst, yep, sure. Mending on that guy, I don't think it matters too much. The rest of that stuff's blah blah blah, whatever. Okay. We need some shriekers. Here's another shrieker. Oh, and there's a few. Oh, look at this. It's Shriek Central. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, here we go. Hello. Yoink. Alright, well, I've got him. So, we'll just go home. Easy. I'll be honest, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so we now need to pretty much replicate this, just over to the side a little bit. So, I'll probably do a copy-paste gadget, just because this guy is really nifty. So we'll go copy mode, cool. We will, I mean, ideally, we want the stuff underneath as well. So that's fine. Alright, let's right-click this. Shift right-click that. Then what we want to do is edit the settings. We want it to start one lower and go up one higher. And we're going to say, yep, that's good. So it's copied. Then we go into paste. Do we care about fluids? I don't think we do, but that's all right. And so then we can figure out where we want to place it, which I don't mind necessarily having it like right next to us. So we'll go here. Let's go ahead and anchor this. That allows us to look around it. Then what we want to do is edit. That sounded a little bit weird there. We want to lower it into position like that. I'm pretty happy with that. Cool. So if I attempted to right click right now, it would attempt to place stuff if I had it. Now, if I didn't have it, oh, that guy's, what a little guy. I think what we want to do is wherever our wireless access point is, we want to bind this to the storage. So we chuck it in and it binds it. It goes through that system. And so now it should let us place it with stuff in our storage. So if I right click, it'll do what it can. And the stuff that we don't have, it won't do. So, for example, we need a fluid laser. No, we want a soul laser base. So we'll actually have to grab a shrieker back from that other area. That's okay. And what else do we need? We need a stasis chamber as well. we get that guy built. Cool. Stasis ship, we can put him away. We do want at least one more of these. Get that ordered. Tinted glass, we clearly want a lot more of that. Mob grind utils. There we go. 3 stacks is surely plenty. Try that. Right click. I mean, that pretty much did the trick. Let's just jump under here and make sure that we, you know, get the rest of it working. So, we'll hook this guy up first, I reckon. He needs a gate. We can also put all that stuff away. Gates. We've got tier upgrades on us. Cool. So, pow, pow, pow. Hopefully that's plenty. Oh. Let's, right click. Get all that stuff placed. Oh. Try not to get absorbed. I would love to have all of this just look nice. You know what I mean? Right click. That should place everything. Cool. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. All we need is that catalyst. So I'm imagining that's a silk touch situation. Let's search silk. Let's search pick. Silk touch. Cool. So let's swap that. Let's grab out our portal gun once more. Boom. Boom. Cool. Let's look for one. Come on. Ah, look at this guy. All by his lonesome. Now, it says to use a hoe, but because this has silk touch, I don't think it matters. We should get it regardless. Oh. Oh. That's a problem for future me. I think that's what we've just done there, is made that not my problem. Alright, let's get another diamond gear. And we have a soul laser base. Cool. So, first things first, let's go ahead and place our mob. So this is working, as you can tell. If I place him here, there he is. Cool. He's chilling. Let's just get out of here. Okay. Now in terms of where to place it, oh, that's gonna be annoying. We can't. You know what? It's okay. It's not really the end of the world. Can I place this here? Allegedly. Cool. Let's break that. Cover up the top mostly. This guy will get his little upgrades. He won't take a speed upgrade. That's okay. I don't even know where this goes. No, no, no. There, yep. Okay. Why does he have so much extra space if he's not going to take any more? I wonder. Either way, there he is. He looks like he needs a blue laser lens or something. That's all right. And then everything else. So let's chuck in the upgrades. Chuck in the upgrades. And we're going to hope that one stasis chamber is enough. I heard that maybe it might not be. Otherwise, we'll need to get another guy. All right. Now, he's making nothing because he has no thingy. So what we want to do is search lens. Order a purple. Okay. What we want to do is we want to search purple. Create a purple dye. Create a purple lens. And then dye it blue. Boom, 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 boom. And then hope that that is just good enough. So we do this. And so far, no. Okay, let's search lens. I mean, that's definitely the bluest lens we've got. Is it not low enough? What do we think? I mean, it's the same height as him, but the wither does look like it's floating at least, I guess. Okay, we can try it. Let's see if it even lets us place one here. Oh, I don't know if that's good. Oh, okay. Very interesting, I'll say. All right, let's can we see his health? Okay, cool. He's getting enough health. This looks horrible, but we're just gonna roll with it. Let's go ahead and solve that problem. There we go. If we don't hear it, it's not a problem. Let's chuck in our upgrades as well. And there we go. Okay, so how does this actually work? What can we do with it? Can be used in AE2 interface to request souls. Souls can be accessed using an AE2 storage bus on the top side. So, we want to bring over the network and we want to put a storage bus on the top with some cables. Cool, so storage bus, and then we go cable. I want to be able to look in. That's why I'm not just like, what do you call it? Placing the thing above it. But next we want wireless. We want a wireless setup kit. We want 2 wireless connectors. And we're just going to bring, well, yeah. And we're just going to bring the network over. So place that there. That's bound. Bring this guy over. How much? Yeah, we're not going to be using that many channels, I don't think. Well, I could just connect it literally anywhere else, I guess. Yeah, let's connect it off this guy. So let's just slap it here and connect that. Cool. Now, I do think I want 2 more. Ah! I do think I want 2 more to bring to our other little area. So we'll grab that as well. Slap that there. Connect it. Not there. Down in here. And so we'll come down here as well. This guy will go somewhere. Ideally where this dim chest is, but for now we'll place it here and connect in. Cool. So, allegedly, we now have access to that stuff. We can probably partition it. There we go. Warden souls. We now have access to in the system. Very nice. And then, can I see them in here? Warden souls. I can. Cool. Okay. So then we want a soul surge. This guy we want to face. I don't know if we want it to face that way or what way we want to face it, to be honest. But then we want an interface. Right. Okay. And I think we want it the opposite way. I think we want it to face there. And we want to put Warden souls in here. But to do that, we just drag in like this. Is that what I wanted? Can be used in AE2 interface to request souls. Can be used. This is the interface. I mean, this guy's full. That's something, I guess. Let's break this. Let's figure out what we're doing here. Sure. I probably could just do an importer, but I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest. Pattern. Sure. Can we get like 100 of those cooking? Perfect, perfect. Cool. Okay. So, like, what does this mean for us? I mean, this guy here, we're at 1.49 wheat with an execution of 2.7 thousand. This guy's not working. Warden. How do I tell it this? I'm clearly not understanding how I'm meant to do this at all. Warden souls can be used in AE2 interface to request souls. The problem with this phrasing is that this is an interface. It's an ME interface. This is an interface. There's the terminal interface. Or the AE2 interface, I guess. But then how do I tell it this? That's what I don't get. How do I... Souls can be accessed using the AE2 storage bus on the top side. Yeah, I did that. But then... but then what? Soul at industrial... Soul pipe? You know what I mean? Like, well, like, yeah, sure. that connects. Is that just working? It's got soul animations. I think this is meant to go crazy fast if this works with this. There's no tooltip saying that it doesn't. That's my first little takeaway. Industrial 4 going. Does not appear to mention the souls here. There's no picture of a warden. Industrial 4 going is here. There's no extra tab for it. Okay. I don't know. Oh, right click. Haha. Hee hee, haha. Okay. 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 Pull. Okay. This is pretty much it. I think we've got the right stuff. Alright. Cool. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's my bad. Okay. Right click. Set this like 100. And then do it. Unleash the souls. I have no idea how it works. I'm gonna have to look it up. Aha ha 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 ha. Thank you. Pilpo. Thank you. I've learnt how to do the thing. It does go there. But then how do you get the stuff in, I hear you ask? Ha 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 ha. Ha ha, it goes on the side. Look at that. And then we do that. And now look at that. And then look at this. And then look at this. If maybe I just set it as like the highest possible, maybe it goes faster. I don't know. But look at that. So. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. There it is. I kind of feel like are we out of power? What does this do? This does 130,000 per tick. I mean, I've also got this, right? Is this just ridiculous, what I've just done? It's not too... People are saying you can hit 40,000 really quickly. Now, I mean, this is a lot quicker than we were doing it, but like, is this really quickly? I mean, like, it's out of water at this point. I guess we don't have a pipe upgrade for that guy, but, you know, that's all right. That we can solve. Is that the problem? Oh, didn't mean to do that. We speed him up. He's fine on water. He's fine on ether. Could be a power issue still. If we search gate, we can get a spirited gate. I don't know how long it'll take to craft that. Hopefully not too long. There we go. And like we could chuck that on somewhere, maybe. Or I guess, I mean, realistically we need an no, we can't really do that. We sort of have to use this, right? Because, oh, the texture! I just realized as well. Look at how cool! Oh, awesome! Like, that's actually sick. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Oh, and then the cables would attach, like, perfectly to those. Oh, that probably looks sick. But yeah, in terms of getting... I guess I can connect from beneath. That's probably... Yeah, we can do it again. Good thing I have minus fervor, right, guys? There we go. Alright, let's chuck this guy here. Cool. I mean, he's definitely got the power now. Right? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this is now as fast as it can go. I'm not seeing any of these numbers dip. So the only thing I can possibly think of is that somehow we don't have enough. So what we can do... That's not what I wanted to do. I right-clicked. Okay, let's do that for each of them. I don't really know how this works at all, but if we do this, it looks like it's okay at doing it. Okay, and there we go. Now this is still with the time me up speedy thingy. This is without the time me up speedy thingy. Okay. Alright, so let's get this other thing built as well. Or do we already have that? Do we have the other hydroponic simulator? We do. So how does this guy work? We place him down. He doesn't need anything except for power, allegedly. Okay. So, and then you put in the processor and the simulated seed. So, if I were to remove this, grab a seed, chuck a seed in there, and chuck this in there, then it will begin. If I chuck in my speed upgrades, then it will also do this. Cool. And so then I imagine as well, I could bring this guy over. Like that, right? This is cool. I've never done this stuff, so it's quite exciting for me. And then get a soul surge placed on this guy. Okay. I mean, Warden. Okay. This guy's going a lot faster. I mean, I guess, yeah, he's going a lot faster than this guy. Okay. And just because I don't know how this works, does that work? Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, it's so much faster. I did the boom test. Look at how much faster that is. Okay. But I still, that doesn't feel worth it. I'm guessing it is, otherwise it wouldn't be a thing. But we probably should be doing it with different seeds, right? That's probably the main intention. So, oh, and you know, and yeah, we can place this on other sides as well, right? Well, how do I reliably get everything we need into this? I need to also move this, is answer number 1. So give me a second while I mine it. There we go. I need to also include this guy over here. I don't think he needs an upgrade. It doesn't look like they use much ether gas. And then I now have access to this side. In terms of the items being output, I can modular router it. Modular router. Let's just hold on. Everyone freeze. You, and you. Bugger off, man. Right? Alright, let's grab 2 of these. Let's grab yeah, I guess a puller and a sender. Sure. And we'll just go boop and boop. No, I think we just need the one. Okay, so we would like to, first of all, clear both of these so they don't have anything on them. We want to pull from this guy into here. And then we want to send it into a dim chest, which I placed in there accidentally. And then we want to send it into there. Alright. And then we want to get speed upgrades and stack upgrades. Pow and pow. Awesome. And then that should work. Let's do the test. Okay. I mean, it can clearly handle what it's got. That's pretty good. Cool. Let's now go ahead and at least hook up some of this stuff. So, nope, that's not where you go. You go there. You break that. You go there and there. And then we place this and this. And now what are we dealing with? He can't handle it. Let's grab more speed upgrades. And more stack upgrades. Which I guess we still have to craft manually. That's alright. I got 2. What do I need for that? More of this? Yeah, sure. Surely we can get a couple more. Alright. He can take more stack. He can take more speed. Does that do anything to help? Not really. That's crazy. What's that? Blank upgrades. That's a lot to order. I know, but you know. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, he's got a full stack now. Doesn't matter. He couldn't care less. He couldn't care less what I've just done. Okay. Let's go pull a module. Can we do like... I would have loved to do like a bit of a round robin with this guy, but he doesn't really seem to care. What? Wait, hold on. What was that about? Huh? Am I crazy? I feel like I'm crazy. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So he works, but he doesn't. I think he'd work a lot better if it was only one type of resource we get. Like, for example, with essence seeds, you only get, like, dirt essence, for example. Let's go ahead and chuck in... Do I even have the thing anymore? Where's the magic? Here it is. Oh, when you hold crouch, it shows you what it's for. Cool. So let's chuck this guy in. Cool. Now, if I dump this stuff out, does he go any faster than when he's full? It doesn't look like it. It looks like the same sorry, I almost coughed. The same executions happen regardless. Yeah, looks like it. And then if I were to speed this guy up, he kind of looks like he's just as fast, to be honest. I think we're possibly just hitting a power limit. There's a chance there's not even enough power in our system. No, there is. Okay. Well, that's a lot of power that I'm trying to put into it, and it's just not able to accept it. Sure. There we go. Let's search Warden again. Got plenty of that, I guess. Okay. Cool. So, I don't need wheat seeds at the moment. But the second that there's any seed that we do need, we can get it. We can get it, and we probably should. That'll definitely be a great way to get like dirt and stuff like that we need a lot more of. If we search dim seed, see, we need more dirt. We need more dirt. We need endstone. That's a good one to do as well. Endstone. There'll be essence. Yeah, endstone essence. We'll need a tier 4 seed. Like, we can do it. We can do it. Ideally, an inferium seed just set up already, which we can just craft, is the play. And it's what we'll do. We will need a new hydroponic simulator doohickey. So we'll do that. And chuck him in. And there we go. This is going to be the play. That's going to get us a lot of inferium. Inferium. And before we log off, which I do want to do relatively soon, we need to sort up storage for this because otherwise that'll be horrible. This will fill our storage infinitely. Infinitely? Instantly. Let's grab a drawer. Boom. Boom. And then all the stuff. Link it. And then link it. I said two different things, but you get the idea. I didn't want to do that. Link it all. Upgrades. What do we want? We want a void upgrade. And then like a bunch of these, right? Void upgrade, bunch of these. Cool. We can hold 8 mil of it now. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. Maybe you learned a thing or two about how this stuff works, because I definitely have with the soul stuff. But yeah, hopefully you had some fun. Thank you for watching. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one. None of these are, like, that's all dark. Can't see what's happening there. This thing's underwater, so it's inherently dark. I can toggle off this. That looks a little bit maybe better. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to our donators and our channel members. Thank you to our tier 3 channel members, Melizzy, Final Phoenix 13, and Space Trip John. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.